Inside this box is a fake Range Rover from China.
That's right. We got a Range Rover from Alibaba, and we have no idea what to expect. We're gonna crack it open, we're gonna compare it to the real thing, and we're even gonna get to drive it. 3, 2, 1. So let's find out what happens. Let's get cracking.
Oh, there it is.
Little
It's kind of big.
It is pretty big, but it's also very small.
Now we'll go to the back, pull it off.
Woo, that was dramatic. Okay. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1. Woo! It is pretty tiny. Wow. I cannot believe my eyes.
That is bizarre.
It's so tiny.
These lights here, they look like they come straight out of the Range Rover factory.
Yeah, like literally the entire front. You have the lights, the grille, the lower bumper. This is straight out of Range Rover. I don't even know how this is legal, by the way. Like they just ripped it.
So you've got 17-inch rims here. They look like exactly the same as the Range Rover one, just shrunk down.
Yeah, they're like comically tiny.
The most shameless bit is this.
Yeah,
This is literally not on any other car except the Range Rover.
Yeah.
This is their flagship model.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is the as good as it gets.
Okay.
Which, looking at like the gaps and stuff here they've got in the doors, it's a bit concerning.
This is yeah, right here. Some imperfections. I feel like this has just been like glued on that.
Now, one of the main differences is behind this.
Oh,
It's an electric,
that's right. There it is.
and it looks like it's got the same plug as a computer.
It
And
does
that's
look like-
because this thing is 3,500 watts, which is about the same as your iron or your stove.
It's got the power of a stove. Yeah, look at this. You guys get a closer look at this. I mean, that is literally something that you'd plug a computer into. Oh, wow.
3,500 watts will get you about 90 kilometers at a max of 50 kilometers an hour.
That's actually not that bad.
I have yet to see it though.
It's like an electric scooter, kind of.
All for $4,000. Well,
Okay.
we say $4,000. It's closer to 10 by the time you get it into the country.
Well, look, you have that kind of shape from the most recent Range Rovers, which is pretty impressive. Considering that it's a Range Rover from Alibaba, they could have easily used like an older model, but this is updated and fresh. This is clean.
It's good from afar,
Yeah.
but it's far from good once you start getting in close.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Look at this. Oh, I'm not sure about that. You see that dent? Let's try it over here. Oh.
So you know it's quality.
I could literally rip this off with my hand if I wanted to. I mean, look at that. That's like holding on. It's like completely hollow on the inside of this mirror cup.
I think that's because there's like that one screw holding that on.
There literally is one screw holding onto it.
But I mean, when it's $4,000, you can only spend so much on screws.
It's enough, you know, for $4,000, this is still a good deal.
The other model that it's taken off is about 150,000 US dollars.
Yeah.
So that's like around about 35 times more expensive.
It's so funny when you have real Range Rovers driving by and they're just like looking at it.
The jealousy.
Really,
They know
that's
how much
right.
they paid for theirs.
That's right. This is a much more cost-effective option.
So let's clean this up and let's get this side by side so we can see them beside each other.
All right, cool. Sounds good.
Okay, with the magic of editing, let's get rid of all this mess. Wow, camera magic. Serge, let's go over the outside.
All right, so this is the real one. It's about $100,000 more expensive too, so let's compare them. First of all, the size. I mean, when you actually have them side by side, you can understand how much smaller this one is. This one makes it to about the back wheel. In terms of the wheels, I mean, look at this. You're talking about, I would say it's maybe not double, but this wheel goes up to about here on the
Yeah,
fake.
you've got a 14-inch wheel compared to a 22-inch wheel.
At the front, you have kind of a more premium feel, so these guys have, you know, holes in the grille.
Yeah, they couldn't afford holes in the grille over here.
Yeah.
Holes are expensive.
Yeah, apparently.
Probably structurally important to the car,
Yeah, and
those holes.
You know what I want to compare to is over here you had this piece. Oh no, not happening on this one. One thing that Range Rover does very well is it hides the lines, right? So you'll notice like here, everything's very hidden. You can't even see the windshield wipers from here. You know, right here, not as elegant. You can clearly see the windshield wipers, and to be honest, I mean...
But these are good quality windshield wipers. You'd want to see these.
Not sure about that. I mean, they look like windshield wipers that you get in like a souvenir package or something. You know, they're like very thin metal. But you know, Range Rover hides everything very well. You can see all these lines, very elegant. Over here, now when you get a closer look, all of this looks pretty bad. I mean, this kind of gum.
I think that's weather seal or something. That's
Yeah.
just chucked around there.
And it's just kind of like forced on there, you know. Not too sure about this. Look, again, we're talking about something $100,000 cheaper, so you know they had to kind of cut some corners. Now on the side, you have the signature Range Rover panel. You also get that on the fake, but this one feels a little bit more premium, a little bit of a more matte effect. But something I'm noticing from this kind of angle is height-wise, they're not that much different. They're actually pretty similar. Door handles are the biggest giveaway, I think. I mean, apart from the size and about everything else. But when you get in closer, like you'll notice that these are flush-mounted door handles. So they pop out, but they're very elegant, very clean. They go into the body. Those ones are just big, chunky white ones.
Those flush-mounted door handles probably cost more than that whole vehicle.
So the back is kind of what surprised me the most because they got the same kind of model. So you can see the taillights integrated into the body. Oh yeah, they work. Okay, watch this. For those of you not familiar with this model Range Rover, are they on? Just like the real thing. So actually, I gotta give these guys some respect. That's not bad. Also, when you go off to the back, on the side, they have this little detail like towards the back, which they could have easily left out, but these guys actually came in and they got a little mini one. Pretty good. Unnecessary, by the way.
Well, necessary if you want it to look like an authentic knockoff. Okay, let's check out the interior of this thing now. Oh, that's it. Freshly unwrapped the luxurious steering wheel. Okay, what do we got here? So, pretty cheap steering wheel. I mean, it's covered in leather, but it doesn't feel quality. We've got some random Chinese writing here. I'm not sure what this says. If someone in the comments can actually help us out with what that says. Okay, let's start it up. Now, you've got that, and then you've got your start-stop here, which I'm not exactly sure how that works, but everything comes on when you press that. So I think that's actually doing the main business. So you've actually got a working gear lever here, which is shocking. But what isn't shocking is that it's very badly put together, and it's almost impossible to use. You feel like you're going to break it when you click this thing, and it doesn't click. To work this thing, you actually have to, now this took ages to work out. You pull this here, which releases the parking brake, brings the brake forward, and then, finally then you can click it into forward or reverse, which, if you watch this, that's in reverse. That felt like I was about to break that off. It's actually got a reverse tone you can hear, and that's in drive now. You see that, that's horrible. And if you look at this, it feels like it's all about to fall apart, but it works. You've got a screen here, which it's got a bit going on, and it's actually touchscreen, which is quite shocking. So you can watch movies, photos, I don't know why, Bluetooth music. I mean, it's got a screen, but I mean, compared to what you get in that Range Rover, nothing. Display here, not much going on. You've got your voltage, you've got your battery level, which actually looks like a AA battery, which is unsurprising because it's about the same power as a AA battery. And then you've got your kilometers per hour. And this thing's only done 2 kilometers so far, so it's brand new. You actually get controls for your screen here, which is quite shocking. Play, we've got radio, volume up, going up. I mean, it all feels terrible, but it's there. It's a $4,000 vehicle. It's pretty surprising it has this stuff. So you've got pleather seats, you've got a charge point here that isn't a charge point. You've got a center console here that isn't a center console. You've got more plastic, that's fake, there is no storage there. That's fake leather. So you've got an overhead console here, which is completely fake, except for this light here. And your rear view mirror here is a suction cup, which is quite handy if you want to do your makeup. And it just clips back on. That's a feature Range Rover doesn't have. Let's check underneath the hood. There is a whole lot of nothing. No push button here. It's key operated. And yep, there's a trunk. A dodgy looking latch. And there's more of the interior. more of the working parts. There's just little plugs in there. Okay, coming into the back. So, surprisingly, you've actually got a lot of headroom. Quite a lot of leg room. Nothing fancy, but I have to point out this carpet. I don't know why there's BMW colors in a Range Rover. Maybe they got a bit confused at the factory, but there it is. The M-Spec Range Rover. Okay, now let's go and see what it's like inside a real $150,000 Range Rover. Now the Range Rover is all about premium materials. It's got soft closed doors, side steps. Let's see how it compares on the inside to the Chinese knockoff. So coming to the interior, it's about 100 times more expensive, but it feels about 1,000,000 times better. For one, you've got push to start. You don't have to stick a key in. Everything just comes on. Nice materials, actual wood. You've got a center console that actually works, even has a fridge in there. Nice heavy steering wheel, gauge cluster, big screen, and you've got a rear view mirror that's got a camera in it, and it doesn't fall off. Real leather seats, you've got real leather everywhere. Everything's built nice, everything clicks nice. It just works. It's 1,000,000 times nicer in here. And the massive difference is you can just operate this with one finger. You don't break your wrist trying to put it into gear.
We've looked at the interior and exterior. Now we're going to take it into the desert and put it through its paces. How will it measure up? Let's find out.
Okay, so we're driving in the Rangey. Don't really have to say it, but this thing's an absolute pleasure to drive. Not like that thing.
I mean, look, I think that this is kind of like a car that you get to like drive around in a small neighborhood.
Everything's easy. Steering's nice. Gear changes are nice. Climate control, leather, sunroof. You get what you pay for.
Look at this, put into reverse. That feels so wrong. And the pedals are like off to the right. So what's really weird is that the pedal directly in the middle for me, like in line with my right leg, is the brake. And the pedal to go forward is like off to the right. I have to like bend my knee to get there. Oh, no power steering either. I was spoiled by the real Range.
Now what Sergi doesn't realise is I've set up a little surprise for him. Under one of the car's tyres, I placed a tiny piece of wood. The question is, can the car handle it?
Put it in drive. Oh man, that sounds sketchy. Look, look, when I put it in drive, like everything lifts in the center. All right, ready? And let's floor it. I think I have it in park. Whoa, what was that? What the hell was that? I think I just popped the tire.
No, that's because this tiny piece of wood was under your wheel.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Man, that like literally felt like a handbrake.
I'm surprised you even got over it.
Alright, so I conquered a little block of wood. Not really that impressive. But now it's got a real challenge. It's got to go up against me.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can't. I'm not moving anywhere. That's crazy. It's making a lot of suspicious sounds.
Little car takes the L. That's car one, Nate one. Now it's time for the main event. The reason we're here. A head-to-head drag between the Chinese Range Rover and the real deal.
So one thing I've noticed, the seatbelt in this. Barely. That's as far as it goes. So, I'm secure anyway. Let's race. Ready to get smoked?
Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go.
This is flat out. I hit 43 k's an hour then.
All right, I think I can beat you in reverse.
I think you.
I'm doing it.
I think you can walk quicker. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, you ready?
I'm just turning off my AC so I have some extra power.
3, 2, 1, go.
There was no point racing. I just couldn't win against Serge in the big range. So, the little Chinese Range Rover wasn't perfect. Well, not even close. But we have to remember that you can purchase it all in, including shipping, for under 10k. And come on, it sort of does look like the real thing. Sort of. And it did actually surprise us with some cool tech.
Check this out.
Oh! Okay, you have rainbow lights. Wow. Okay, that was unexpected. But that is an, oh, look, you even have it here on the side. That is an absurdly strong flex.
You don't
That's
even
cool,
get that
man.
in the main Range Rover.
I know. The real brand doesn't have it. They should get some inspiration from these guys. Wow, okay.